What's going on YouTube? My name is Pushaman and I am 1/3 of Chimera Gaming, and today we're launching a new segment on the channel that I am really excited about, and that is highlighting indie games that we're either playing or hyped about. We feel as if it will add a new dynamic to the channel, and stay tuned because in the coming weeks we'll be expanding and broadening the games we cover. But for right now, the game that we will be launching our indie game segment with is Creature in the Well. Before I get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. This would essentially let us know if we're on the right track with our efforts and that we're bringing you the content you will enjoy. So, I have been following this game for about 6 months now, and it released on September 6th, and I have thoroughly enjoyed my time on it. I was able to 100% the game, and the creators Flight School was really able to execute a game with a fresh new concept, keeping the gameplay fun to enjoy but still challenging, and adding character depth for how short the game is. So just to give you an overview about Creature in the Well, you play as an ancient robot that has been dormant for about 1,000 years, and you're called the Bot-C, and you're on a quest to stop a devastating sandstorm and get the weather machine in the mountain working again to save the town. The place was bustling with plenty of Bot-C robots to be able to keep the machine going, but there was an evil presence lurking in the darkness, always looking at them and starting to pick them off one by one and ultimately wiping out anything that came into the mountain, and that is the creature. And in order for you to get the machine up and running, you must be able to beat the dungeons, but your ultimate goal is to defeat the creature and the puzzles that await you. To get into the gameplay, it was definitely refreshing. This is not your normal hack and slash dungeon crawler. It has a great spin to it, and it adds pinball elements with the dungeon crawler elements. So can we call it a pin brawler, right? All the areas and the puzzles are set up like a pinball game. As you hit the ball or as it bounces off the paddles, it becomes charged with electricity, and the paddle absorbs that energy until they are gone. Then they reward you with energy charge that you're able to collect and use to power up and open doors so you may progress through the dungeon. Sometimes that can be incredibly satisfying when some of the rooms are done correctly, and I found that out early on in the game with a stage requiring you to hit all the paddles within a very small time window. This won't be the only time you run into that challenge, and the time windows become increasingly tighter, so margin for error becomes slim. I would say that is one piece of what makes Creature in the Well so satisfying and fun to play. It's the puzzles and the challenges that are blended really well and gives you a nice variety so it doesn't feel like it's being repetitious or it's constantly the same thing back to back. They also call for some skill at times and good use of wits to get you thinking about the best way to clear the room. Another aspect of Creature in the Well that captivated me was the amount of loot and lore in the game. This is a very short game, probably giving you anywhere from 10 to 20 hours worth of content to get through, and there is quite a bit of lore that is given throughout. From the ominous creature lurking in the depths to the encounters you have with it, it all adds a dark feel to the game. As you progress and get the machine operational, the creature becomes increasingly angry because you're stopping him from looking like the savior to the townspeople. Remember, you've been gone for 1,000 years. Your kind has been gone for 1,000 years. No one else is there to protect the town. He's there. So it tries to scare you and tries to force you to leave, but persistence is key. The lore tells the story about the creature, the other Bot-Cs that were there keeping the machine operational and what happened to them, and it continues to add on to the dark element to the game as well. It just compiles on very nicely. As far as the loot goes, I'm a sucker for looter shooter games, man, and you get some pretty sweet weapons to use that have different abilities. There's two types of weapons that you use in the game. Essentially, one is a light attack and the other is a heavy. With the different weapons that were left behind by the other Bot-C engineers, you can obtain these successfully by completing special challenge rooms that unlock a secret path. They either hold a bot core and a cape or a weapon. I was able to find all of them, and the weapons that helped me the most was the one that allowed me to see the direction of the ball and being able to catch the ball essentially like a magnet, and one where I hit a ball, it was split into 3 balls, allowing me to get more hits on the paddle to charge it up quicker. You'll know how to switch up between your weapons and how to beat the rooms or even find your favorite loadout. I think the only negative I can say about the game is its length and how the game crashed on me a couple times, and I had to restart a whole level even when I was on the boss level. And sometimes on the boss stages, there's usually a lot of stuff happening on the screen, and I did play it on the Xbox, so it could have been a frame issue, and so that could have been the problem. But even with the hiccup, it did not take away from the game entirely too much. I was still able to enjoy it. I don't want to do scores, but I can 100% highly recommend Creature in the Well for anyone looking for a solid, fun, refreshing game to play that's satisfying and that you can complete if you're either looking to switch up what you play, you're in the lag time waiting for a game or DLC to drop like Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, or NBA Live 20. Or you're just an indie game fan, Creature in the Well is the game for you. From the lore to the pin brawler concept and its satisfying rooms and stages that reward you for your skills and wits but punishes you for making mistakes, Creature in the Well delivers, and it is definitely one of the top indie games I've played thus far. Yeah, I said it, thus far. It will be nice to see if they add any DLC to the game to be able to bring back our lost Bot C friends, like bring them back to kind of get the machine fully operational again, or even giving us a flashback thing to see how they worked, and giving us a chance to see how the creature became stronger over time. That would be very interesting, but only time will tell. And that's all, folks. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As I said in the beginning, the first phase of us expanding our gaming content and us getting that feedback is useful for us to know what other content you would enjoy. So leave a comment down below, or if you played Creature in the Well already, tell us what your favorite loadout is. I'm pretty sure you can have multiple combinations, and I like to see what you guys talk about as well. Alright everybody, once again, my name is Pushaman, and we are Chimera Team Gaming, where we let our passion for gaming become a 3-headed beast. We'll catch you in the next video. Deuces.